A productive morning routine is a surefire way to set your day up for wins. And the only way that you can do that is to know how to personalize your unique self-care morning routine and stay with it, especially during this quarantine where it's kind of hard for a lot of us to stick to a routine being stuck at home. Starting your day off with your own unique self-care practices will transform the way your day evolves. What might work for one person might not work for you. That is the beauty of personalizing your routine to something that is actually going to fit you. So throughout this video, I'm going to be using my own personal self-care morning routine as an example and as a template for you to go off of. But I'm also going to be teaching you how you can fit your own personal interests and needs and schedule within that type of a template, and to give you different ideas for things you can do and why it'll be good to do them. But before we jump in, make sure you are subscribed to my channel with notifications set to all so that you'll be notified every single week when I post a new video about self-care, mental, emotional, physical health, personal development, and so much more. So I think it goes without saying that having a morning routine is really important to how your day is going to turn out. So we're going to talk about 4 different steps that I use in my morning routine that I think will really help you out in yours. Step number 1 is to set a daily wake up time. There are many benefits to waking up at a fixed time every day. You're going to develop a regular sleep pattern, which reinforces your circadian rhythm. There are also other benefits, such as being able to fall asleep easier. It's easier to wake up. You're going to feel more alert and focused throughout the day. Your mood is going to improve, and so many other benefits. A survey of over 1,000 people showed that those who did wake up at a fixed wake-up time every day seemed to be overall happier in each area of their life than those who didn't wake up at a fixed time every day. It might take a little bit of time to get used to your wake-up time, but that's okay. You might wake up half an hour late the first day you try it. That's okay. Don't feel discouraged. You might wake up 15 minutes late 3 days in. That's okay. Don't feel discouraged. It's gonna take a little bit of time for your body to acclimate to your new wake-up schedule. So how do you set the best fixed wake-up time for you? Well, first thing to consider, are you more of a morning person or are you more of a night owl? Do you like to wake up early, or do you struggle with that? Does that not sound appealing to you? Do you prefer to have your quiet time at night when everyone has already gone to sleep? Next, do you want to try switching up your schedule? Let's say you are a night owl, but you kind of want to switch it up. Set a wake up time that you want to try out to see if it works for you. So I personally believe that waking up early does have a lot of benefits to it that you might not get if you do choose to wake up later. For example, the main one being you have more time to yourself. If you wake up early, like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., which you don't have to do, but if you did, when you're awake and doing your things, other people are probably still sleeping. Work hasn't really started yet. Emails haven't started going off, text messages, phone calls from your boss, all of that. So nothing has really begun yet at that time. So that gives you time to do your personal things. Now, one other really quick thing before you set your wake up time, you need to make sure you get enough sleep. If you are a night owl, but you also want to be a morning person at the same time, it's not going to work. Long term for your health, it is not going to work. So please do not go to bed at 1 a.m. and wake up at 6 a.m. It's just not going to be good for your health. According to sleepfoundation.org, adults between the ages of 18 years old to 64 years old need minimum 7 hours of sleep. So 7 to 9 hours of sleep nightly. Now, if you don't get that required amount of sleep, there are going to be some consequences that come along with that. Some of the consequences include a decreased mood, decreased mental sharpness, your inability to handle stress effectively, your mental health is going to decline, and there are links to sleep deprivation and Alzheimer's and aging, not just aging of the brain prematurely, but also aging of your physical body. So now that we know how to pick our fixed daily wake up time, we are ready to move on to step 2, which is where the real fun begins. So step 2 is something I like to call me time / creative time. You could call it whatever you want. You can call it personal time, but really what it is your time to be creative. It is your time to do the things that you love to do that you never get a chance to do any other time. Because let's face it, as the day goes on, life's demands and distractions and responsibilities and surprises just pop up. More often than not, our passions just fall by the wayside because we are so focused on our responsibilities and the things that we have to do. And we don't nurture that other side of just passion projects and hobbies that we love just because they bring us happiness. Our mental and emotional health is going to deteriorate over time, and we're not going to feel happy because we're not paying attention to the things that make us happy. Of course, be on top of your responsibilities, do your work, do what you need to do. But that's the whole point of this creative time, is to designate a time first thing in the morning before anything starts to be able to do the things that we love to do. So to give you some ideas for what I mean about step number 2, let me use my own personal morning routine as an example. My wake up time is 6 a.m. I give myself about 10 to 15 minutes to drink water first thing in the morning and get hydrated, to brush my teeth, and to feed my cat because I want to make sure she's fed and I don't forget it. After that, about 6:10, 6:15, first thing for me, I do a workout. For my personal schedule, my workout is not part of me time or creative time. My workout is something separate because that is focusing on my physical health, but I also wanted to make sure I have time to focus on my mental and emotional health as well. Now, I know this might not be possible for everybody depending on how much time you actually have in the morning, depending on your own unique schedule. So feel free to put your workout in me time. Feel free to put it in your personal time. If that's the only place that it'll fit into your schedule, then that's okay. If you have time after your workout to still do some other things, that would be amazing. And I'm gonna give you some ideas of things you can do in just a second. But if you don't have enough time after your workout in your personal time slot, and you have to start getting ready for work, that's okay. Maybe alternate days. So let's say you work out 3 days a week or 4 days a week. Your me time will be taken up by your workout, which is awesome. The other days of the week that you don't work out and you're taking your rest days, you can use that same designated time slot to do your creative hobbies, things that you love to do. That could be a way to compensate for just if you have a shorter amount of time in the morning. So aside from exercising, let's look at a bunch of other different ideas that are really fun, really effective, and get you in a good mind space that you can do in your creative time in your morning. So let me give you some examples. For my creative time, I list a bunch of different things that I know I love to do. And depending on how I feel that morning, I'll pick what I feel like doing that morning and I'll do that in my designated time slot. Before I do anything, I love to have my creative time with a cup of coffee in my hand. I just really love the cozy feeling I get when having a cup of coffee in my mug with me when I do these activities in the morning. If you're not a coffee drinker, that's totally fine. You can make a tea, you can make warm lemon water with ginger. I actually really love that too, and it's really good first thing in the morning. And I also love to light a candle. It just sets the mood for the room. You have the cozy coffee or your cozy drink, your candle, you're feeling relaxed and ready to do your activities. So one of the things I might choose to do in my creative time is to read. It is nice and quiet first thing in the morning. Nobody's up yet. You have that time to really dive into a book. Depending on the book, you're either gaining knowledge and learning something new or being entertained if it's like a novel, mystery, fiction, whatever it is. But just read. It's really nice to do first thing in the morning. This other idea for your morning is meditation. My 2 top favorite meditations that I use the most are mindfulness meditation and tapping meditation. They really help calm me down, put me back into the present moment, take in deep breaths, pay attention to different parts of your body. Do you feel stress or do you feel tension in your shoulders, in your chest, in your neck, in your arms, wherever? I love to listen to the birds while I do this. Or if you love to listen to relaxing playlists, if you go on Spotify and you go under the browse category, scroll down and click on chill. There are so many different playlists for meditation, for yoga. There's some relaxing acoustic covers on there. There's just a bunch of different playlists that are really good for breathing, for meditation, for mindfulness, and even for yoga. So definitely check that out. By the way, before we continue, tell me really fast in the comments below if you would be interested if I made videos about different meditations, such as tapping meditation, mindfulness meditation, and different breathing techniques. So let me know in the comments below if you'd be interested in that. The next idea that you can do for your creative time is to draw. Look, I am not a good drawer. I don't know how to draw anything, and if I do draw it, it doesn't come from my own head. I have to see something in front of me and then try to recreate it in a very amateur way. So, but with that being said, it is very fun. It's very therapeutic. That's something that you can do first thing in the morning. And it doesn't even have to be drawing. If you're a painter, you can paint. Or actually something that I haven't tried yet, which I really, really want to get, are adult coloring books. They just seem so fun. Another idea for your morning is yoga and stretching. So this goes really good with working out. So even if you didn't work out, yoga in itself can be its own workout depending on what type of yoga that you're doing. When I do yoga, I always feel so much better afterwards. So here I'm just moving my neck around, loosening up my neck, my shoulders. After I did this, I felt a lot of tension in my neck and shoulders go away. I also felt tension in my back go away after doing these different twists and stretches. So give yoga a try. Another idea for your creative time is to pick up a new hobby, something that you don't know how to do, but you've always been interested in doing it. For me, I've kind of been into the world of yarn lately. I don't know how that came up, but it just had, and I've been learning how to crochet. It's really fun to start something that you know nothing about, that you've never done before, and learn those skills and slowly start building up your skills. Do I have to crochet for anything? No. But that's my whole point. Do something new, something fun. Learn some new hobby that you'll either end up really liking or being like, no, that's not for me, but at least you tried it and you can experiment with a bunch of different hobbies. So something I love to do in the morning as well, that I do pretty much every morning in addition to another activity, but I feel like it gets my mind in a good space, is I write in a journal. I'll write things that I'm really grateful for, just to remember that even if I'm having a bad day, it's okay. I am lucky to have all of the things that I have, and I just feel a lot better when I remember to acknowledge that and be grateful for it. I like to write affirmations, or if something happened the day before or the week before or at any point that made you either really upset or sad or happy or excited and you just want to write about it and get all that emotion out on paper, write a journal entry. Write down your feelings, write down what happened. You can reflect on ways that you handled situations, whether you liked how you handled a situation or you didn't like it. Just get all of your emotions and thoughts on paper, and you always feel so much lighter after you do that. And if you're a writer, if you write novels, use that time to write your book. So another idea that you can do in the morning is learn a new language. So for me, I learn Spanish and I speak Spanish. So I find that the morning is a really good time for me to practice my Spanish. So if you're interested in learning a new language, that could totally be another awesome idea for you to do for your creative time. But as long as you're doing something, whatever it is that speaks to you, that gets your head and your heart in the right space for your day, that is the point of your creative time. Step number 3 is having a healthy breakfast. This is so important because what you eat first thing in the morning is kind of gonna set the tone for what you're gonna eat for the rest of the day. Have you ever had a really unhealthy breakfast and you kind of thought to yourself, well, I already screwed it up, might as well just eat unhealthy the whole day? When you eat a healthy breakfast, you are more inclined to make healthier choices throughout the day. Eating healthy foods is going to make you healthy overall. Your heart is going to be in good condition, your organs are going to be in good condition, you're going to have all of the vitamins and nutrients your body needs from those healthy foods. You'll get healthy skin and hair and nails from eating proper nutrition. So make sure you do your best to start your day off, especially with a healthy meal. So here you can see that I really like to make smoothies after a workout. I'll add spinach, berries, banana, protein powder, cinnamon. You can really put whatever fruits or vegetables or protein that you like into your smoothie. Another good breakfast idea is an all-natural yogurt that doesn't have any sugar added, and you add in your own fruits, honey, granola. You can have eggs with avocado toast and a side of fruit. So There are so many different things that you can do. Just make sure you're eating healthy, wholesome foods, especially to start your day off. So finally, let's move to step number 4, which is to get ready for your work day. Right now is kind of an interesting time because a lot of us are working from home temporarily because of all of this craziness that is going on. So it could be easy to just stay in our pajamas all day and to not shower and to just kind of try working like that. But take it from me, somebody who has done those things, it does not feel nice. So definitely get ready. Even if you are working from home, you're gonna feel like you still have some sort of a routine, that you feel like you have something to get ready for. And it kind of gives our brain that cue that, okay, it's time to work now. And at the end of the day, when you are done working and you change back into your pajamas, that's another cue for your brain to be like, okay, it's relaxation time, it's wind down time after work. I know it can be really tempting to just stay in our pajamas all day, but trust me, just change into anything that is not a pajama. Of course, if you're just working from home, don't feel like you have to dress up unless you really want to, if you feel like that will help you. But I mean, for example, here, I'm just wearing this really nice, comfy, loose shirt and these pants. So these pants look like black jeans, but they're actually really comfortable. They're really stretchy and breathable. But yeah, even if it's just like workout clothes, anything that's not pajamas, I would say would do the trick. And at some point before you start your workday, I would highly suggest making your bed. It doesn't take that long to do. You're gonna feel like your space is more organized. When it is time to go to bed, you're gonna feel so much more comfortable getting into bed if the bed is already made. So I would definitely put that into your morning routine as well. So now you have my 4 steps and a bunch of different ideas that hopefully you can implement into creating your own self-care morning routine. These steps are customizable. They don't have to go in that order. Those are just 4 things you need to pay attention to, but definitely move them around within your time slots and within your unique schedule. So for example, for me, as you can see, I wake up at 6 a.m. I take about 10 to 15 minutes to change into my workout clothes, drink water, feed my cat, all of that. And then I work out till 7:30 a.m. From 7:30 to 8 a.m., I give myself half an hour to shower, get ready for the day, and to make my bed. That just works the best for me because I want to feel clean and fresh, especially after a sweaty workout before I sit down and focus on a new activity. So, and since I am already in my room getting ready for the day, I just make my bed at that time. It's just the easiest for me. And after my healthy breakfast, I give myself an hour and a half from 8:30 to 10 a.m. to focus on my personal creative time. Once it's 10 a.m., it is now time for me to start working. So I'll put away all of my personal things and get ready to start focusing on my work and my job, and I am feeling productive, refreshed, and ready to tackle the day. Let me know in the comments below which of these steps and which of these ideas were most helpful to you and which ideas you're going to be implementing into your own personalized morning routine. If you liked this video, hit the like button down below, share it with a friend, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel with all notifications turned on so you will be notified when I post a video every single week. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I hope that you're having an awesome, happy day wherever you are in the world. I'll see you soon. Bye.